What's happening, party people? Yesterday, did not get done with that manual swap. Spent about an hour or two finding parts I thought I needed for it because the day before that, I couldn't find all the parts. Well, when I got there, unloaded the car, I set a box on the other side of the car, had all the parts and hardware that I needed. So I lost a couple hours there, had to go by the storage, put a couple things in there, lost a little time there. I didn't start on my manual swap until about 3 o'clock. So I got all the stuff done on the inside. That's good. I got the flywheel on the outside. That's, I guess, good. I got the shift cables, stuff like that in, which is good. But I didn't get that transmission hung. So I need to get over there. Time's burning. It don't look like I'm going to make it over there till noon. My morning ritual is time consuming. Now, I got a sleep problem. I wake up at 2:33 in the morning. I try to get back to sleep. Can't doze back off till 4:35. I like to wake up at 5:30, start my morning ritual, but didn't get up till 7:30. That's 2 hours back further than I wanted to, so I need to get that sorted out. I was trying to get a sleep study set up through the VA, but I'm having problems doing that because of my travel schedule. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's 9:43. I haven't gone on my walk yet. Finishing up this video, go on my walk, order some parts for my next week's projects, and I'll get there noon. Hopefully it don't take 4 or 5 hours to get that car together. Then I need to do a headliner in there. That's another 3-4 hours. So probably not going to get done with that car till 8 tonight if things go well, which they usually do. So anyway, hope you enjoyed today's clips. I'm bumping around the Cincinnati area. I appreciate your support. Give me a like and comment if you have time, and I appreciate it. Hope you have a great day. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert. That's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Going to kick off my day with some insect treatment. Man, anytime you use stuff like this, make sure you mask up, gloves up, long pants, long shirts, hat, face shield, eye protection. You don't want to breathe and get anything on you that kills any of God's creatures, because hey, it's just a mixture away from doing harm to you. So make sure you protect yourself. We're having some issues with some ants, and it's good to spray your lawn down to kill critters every once in a while if you want to be in your yard doing things, barbecuing, playing with your pets, stuff like that. But do read their cautions and heed to them. That'll protect you in the long run. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that in this bottle here, treat around my doors and windows. We have a few ants getting inside, and then I'm gonna treat the yard and stuff. Then I'm gonna move on to some mechanical stuff. Have an alternator we picked up from Las Vegas. We're gonna test it, see if it works. Spins kind of tight. A little dirty on the front. Look like it's got rebuilt premium information on it, so hopefully it'll work good. Anytime I get a alternator from the salvage yard or somewhere, I always have it tested before installing it in a vehicle. I assume that premium sticker is over top of a Volvo sticker. If this one passes the test, I'm gonna put this one on there because it came out of a Volvo.
Judging by the way it's running, I'm gonna say it's passed. Yep.
Awesome. Alternator tested good. That I'm gonna put on James's car. That one I got out of Vegas with that newer looking sticker on it, which is freaking awesome. So do that this afternoon. Not sure what we're gonna do with the one that's on this car, but I went to check the car wash place up here, the one that you subscribe monthly to see if meet this truck would fit through there with the box, and the box is too high. The box gonna have to come off. But since I was there, I told him, should I go out that way or back up? He said, I'll just put you through. So got a free car wash. Nice. Name of this place is, let me see. Pro Clean Car Wash Express. They got the free vacuum cleaner systems out there. Man, I've known people to pull up to those vacuum cleaners and vacuum out their car without getting their car washed. They used to have halfway decent microfiber towels, but I guess people took so many of them, those microfiber towels are like paper towels now. Them things are cheap, cheap, cheap. But anyway, I'm gonna get that box off of there, run her car through there, so knock some of this dirt off of it. Unfortunately, it's raining every other day here, so washing a car without a contract is like a waste of time. And that vehicle's gonna be in Texas, so I'm not about to put a contract on that thing. Anyway, let me go ahead and get back to the house, get to work on Pepper. Not sure when this happened, but the horn no longer works on this steering wheel. Doesn't even feel like it's going in and out. I gotta check my videos, see if that's something that was already going on. Oh, wait a minute. I did loan one of these horns to Cleve. I wonder if I took both of them off, so I better check that before I jump to a conclusion. I seen a horn in the back of the car, and I'm not sure if I sent him one from the salvage yard yet, so I need to investigate that. But let me see if I got a horn on here before I assume something's wrong with the steering wheel, but it doesn't feel like the steering wheel's moving. I pulled this computer to test another one in Lemonade. I was getting ready to send this to someone to try in their car because I think this may be their problem. And I'm seeing all these weird cracks on this transmission casing, like it got ran over or something. I'm not sure what that's about. But I'm going to put this one back in the car and send her the one I just drove 70 miles with. That's really strange. This case has these weird cracks on it too. Heck, they look like a perfect match. I wonder what the heck is going on here. They're not a perfect match, but man, they are similar. Strange, strange, strange. Almost a perfect match on these cracks on this box. Weird. We are back at this S70 that was repaired from a crash, but since the crash, somebody replaced the alternator and things went haywire. I messed with this car for several hours trying to get it to run right, and the last thing I did was put one of the fuel injectors, slaved it off of another one. So I slaved the number 4 injector off of number 2 or something like that because number 4 wasn't firing. Well, now I come to the car, I fire it up, I drive it. It's actually driving really good. So I checked the gas mileage, and the gas mileage is not really bad for what it is. It's showing 17 miles to the gallon, but the average speed travel is about 19 miles per hour. So that's about right for fuel economy. Now, coolant reservoir is low, but I see coolant there. So that might be the coolant leak that we have. I think I might try to tighten that up a little bit. This is actually not the right hose to go here. So I might just drop that in the mail to him. There's a little coolant there. And I think this radiator was replaced, but let me see if there's another coolant leak somewhere, because this is not good. I do remember this car is in need of heater hoses. Coolant leak there too. He might have to replace these heater hoses before he has catastrophic heater hose failure. So let me talk to him about that. But heck with it running this good. I got a wire harness for it, so I could replace the wire harness, but I don't know if he'll really benefit from that. And I got an alternator for it, and it doesn't seem like the voltage is really bad right now. I don't think I have my alternator tester with me, so I might just not do that. He needs a wheel skirt here. I got that with me. Take the tire off and do that. He needs a window switch. I brought the wrong window switch with me, and he needs his cruise fixed. So let me work on those things. In this video, I'm going to be replacing the right front wheel skirt. As you can see, this one is missing and torn up. Actually, the back of it's there, the front's not. First thing you want to do is park the car, set the parking brake, put wheel stops in, break your lug nuts loose, jack the car up, put a jack stand under it, then remove the wheel. Let's go ahead and finish those steps. So there it is. Half the wheel skirt's missing. You want the wheel skirt because it protects all this stuff from getting road debris. Rocks and dirt splashing up in there, up in here. Now these rivets are almost out. I'm gonna take that nut there off, that nut there, and these rivets out here, and pull the rest of this wheel skirt out and replace it with the other one. Now that's where I put the jack stand. So let me go ahead and remove those little plastic retaining nuts and remove these rivets and get the other one prepared to go in place. Look like I see a little coolant right there, so I'm gonna check this water pump. That could be coming down from here. But I also noticed that hose looks really bad there. It's really soft, and there's a little bit of coolant under this bottle as well. So I'm gonna recommend that he replace that hose coming off there, this hose up top here. Let me see what the water pump look like. Make sure that's not leaking, because that could be a source of a problem as well. Sticker's destroyed here, but it looked like it was done at 265. I'm not sure if all the items were done because the sticker's destroyed. This is why I like to put these stickers inside the glove compartment, but maybe if you put one out here, you could cover it with some kind of clear tape. Volvo uses plastic coated rivets to go in here. That way they're easy to cut out and not damage the plastic mud flap and the plastic wheel skirt. So try to go back in with those rivets. I'll show you in a second. You can drill out the rivets, or I normally just pinch them with these side cutters, they call them, until I can get the mud flap off. And then I just cut them off like this, and then I reach behind there and pull them out from there with a pair of pliers or these cutters, and just pull them out of the hole like this. So there you have it. This wire goes to here. I'm gonna secure this up here, and I'm gonna loop the new wheel skirt in and attach it. I'm gonna try to film that. That's the part number there. RH is for right hand, 9152684. So let me go ahead and tuck it up in there and grab the rivets. Now another thing about these wheel skirts, as well as keeping dirt from hitting everything and rocks and stuff, is that it also holds your bumper up there and your fender and rocker panel back here. So the top of the wheel skirt has some claws on it. I normally go to hook those claws in the fender area and then just line that hole up, and everything else snaps in place. Just make sure you push it up over that ridge there and there. Get that stud through there. Line that up. Line this one up here. Screw those little nuts on there. Then set your mud flap up there and push those rivets in with your rivet gun. Here are the rivets. I'm gonna put a link to them in the description area. I get it from Swedish Car Parts. They have the plastic on them. They're soft aluminum, so they can be cut out easily and not mess up your plastic. So let me go ahead and rivet this thing around there and then put those nuts on there. And there you have it. It's attached all the way around. It's got the nuts in there and it's good to go. If you don't know how to use a rivet gun, check the video I have linked in the description area. Let's take this timing belt cover off and see if we can find a water pump leak. No evidence of a water pump leak, but there is evidence of that leak in the frame of the car. So we're gonna focus on getting this hose replaced, and seeing if that stops the leak. We don't need to lose a bunch of coolant. I'm gonna take this car for a test drive. The last two things we got going on is this window switch. I brought the wrong one. And the cruise control, which I think is working, but it's lazy. So let me take it for a test drive, test this cruise control, and go from there. All right, it is time to figure out what's going on with Pepper. Let's go, Pepper. Whoop, whoop. Well, needs an antenna. Said it hadn't been starting. Floor is still full of water. Let's see if it cranks. No cranky. Water gets in there because this stuff is all clogged up and it runs down in that vent. See all that? All that's clogged up. Water get down in that vent, you're messed up. Alright, so I don't know if that starter is working or not. Let me check the battery voltage. Could be the B cables are messed up because they look horrible. I think the battery cables are jacked up in general. Let me undo this and redo this and see if that helps. Not enough current going to the starter. I'm gonna take this apart, hit it with a wire brush, get some contact going there and see if that helps. This screw is digging on that pipe, so I'm gonna flip that screw to the other side so that it won't dig into that intake tube. I got that top thing off. Let me hit that with that wire brush. Try to get this brass, looking brass again. Put it back in there and screw it down, see what happens. I don't know why that red wire is running over there. I'm gonna run it back over this way or somewhere decent. I think I got this rigged up enough that that should work. Now I'm gonna move the battery over where it belongs in the battery clip. Oh, that's what I forgot to send Sandy, a new battery clip. All right, let's go inside, see if this starts. I'm going to move my tools out of here in case it jerks or something. It don't throw all my tools on the ground. And I'm gonna wait till it's quiet so I can try to hear if the starter clicks. All right, let's go in here and see if this thing will crank. Oh, I don't hear the key in there. All right, here's the key. In the ignition. See if it cranks. No crank. Seems like it's got good battery power too. Oh, could be P&P switch. That light's not going out. Let's try to put it in neutral, see if anything happens. Parking brake works. Not flashing. Me run it through the gears a few times. 20. Still nothing. I hear something clicking into here. All right, let me go see if I can put some heat on the starter. I got a few things in disarray under here. I got wires here pulled out of this relay, fan control relay. I'm not sure why that is. This is not clipped in. This is barely clipped in. I don't have something hooked up to that vacuum there, but I'm trying to reach that starter solenoid thing. Something's clicking into here. Sound like the starter clicking. I think Byron replaced the starter on here. He might have that thing hooked up wrong. Intercooler hose is being pushed by the battery. That starter has a hole in it. Right there. Let me disconnect that line to get off the starter. Sound like that thing's trying to start. The wire that hooks up to the starter solenoid is not on properly, and the wires bolted into the starter, the one from the battery and the one to the alternator, is loose. I can move those wires on that bolt right there. Let me see if I can reach under there and do that so you can see that. Those wires is loose. See that? That's loose. Shouldn't be loose. And this needs to be hooked up to a post under here that feels like it's bent. So let me try to straighten that out and plug that in. So Pepper has a DO88 intercooler that pushes this radiator package back, man, about an inch, which makes that fan mod essential. So let me see if I can't get my hand down there. Let me pull this fan out of here and go from there. So I got the fan out. We can probably see this post bit now. Yeah, that post that the green wire is supposed to be on is bent. So let me straighten that out and get that green wire plugged into it. The starter is tight. The thing is in. I bumped it and it tried to start. So let's go ahead and try to see if it'll crank now, because we had a no crank situation. Put this back on. All right, let's see if it cranks. Cranky, cranky. Oh man, me with the key again. The turbo tube is off, so it shouldn't start all the way. Hey, it's trying to start, but the starter's bad. And the battery's weak. So let me get a starter and a battery. Starter bolts are hard to reach. That one's still off, so that's good. This one's got the wire harness in the way, and this one up here's got this intake tube in the way. And the way they put that intake tube in was crazy as well, so got to take the intake tube off. That's going to do it for tonight until I find a couple of starters. I think Lagoon needs a starter too, so let me put my hand on a couple of starters, see if I got any, and go from there. For some reason, this alarm bracket is really loose too. Need to get that secure. Well, that was it. Did not find starters yet, so I'm still on the hunt for those. I need an AC compressor for Panther for when I make it back to Texas, and we was trying to get tags on Mita's vehicle before we left. That don't look like it's going to work out either. Might use a little bit of time tomorrow morning to try to finish that up. So that's what's going on. Let me get out of here. I appreciate your support. Call or text if you need some help, and have a great day.